Jalon Walker, more like Jalen Sprinter to the QB.
Not great, Bob.
What a pull by me. I don't even know what I'm pressing over here.
That was good, but it wasn't true, though. It was actually
That's
really
true.
great.
That was actually a
betrayal.
Sure,
my
that
bad.
was.
That was
true.
fantastic. That was a good pull,
Thank
Adam.
you.
It's the IDP show, now you know.
Welcome to the IDP show. I'm your host, Bobby Reynolds, joined here in the Sode Shack with the one, the only Adam Markham.
That's
Adam,
right.
how are you, buddy?
Doing good. Certainly the one and only. No doubt about it.
Yeah. No other Adam like you.
No, just like yourself. Just like all of us.
Sure.
All of us, one and onlys.
One of a kind.
That's how we're all, similar. Pretty cool.
Very unique. Very
Sure.
unique. Adam, you need a little bit more offense in this Monday night game. Who what are we looking for? We're looking for a little big McBride TD here coming up.
We need some McBride action here in this final quarter. We need Dak to throw another touchdown. Okay. So yeah, it could get maybe loud for a second here in the next 30 minutes.
Okay.
Or very quiet.
Okay.
Okay. So just warning to the listeners.
Sure, a little money on the on the line.
Yeah, you always gotta have a little bit of action these days.
Monday night action. I can think of no better.
I've been signing up for all the hate to endorse this stuff, but just looking to the life of Adam right now.
Okay.
I've been signing up for all the different sites.
Oh, yeah.
Getting the promos,
Underdog,
all the bonus bets.
Undercat.
Bet MGM, ESPN Bet.
Sure.
Caesars, all of them.
Give us $5, we'll give you $250.
Yeah. FanDuel. So it's been
you're maxing your money out.
Yeah, and then you have to spin these bonus bets within 7 days. So we've been pumping the bets out lately. It's been good. We've been hitting on some of them. So having a great time for now.
That's why you've got the 4 or 5 screens going at the house at any given time.
Oh yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah, you got to keep up with it.
But they're getting their hooks to me. It's gonna ruin my life next year when these bonus bets go away.
I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, me neither.
But welcome into the IDP show. If you can tell, Josh is not here. It will be me and Adam again tonight, which it was a couple weeks ago. Josh is I don't know where.
Out of the country again?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Somewhere nice, somewhere warm.
Authorities, again, look into it. Something is
something's not right.
Very
Something stinks.
awry.
Cold here. It's good. The weather has turned.
Yep.
Finally, it is November, but it's
next couple of days a little golf window.
Yeah. Still mid 60s and stuff, but
gonna hit a little 60-degree and sunny, which will be nice. I think it's supposed to be a little windy though. That's the worst part about fall, winter golf, disc golf. Might be a nice sunny day, but with a 15, 20 mile an hour sustained wind. It's hard to throw a frisbee in that.
Yeah. I hate playing anything that's 15, 20 mile an hour winds.
Hitting stingers everywhere.
Yeah.
Keep that ball low.
That's a pretty hard shot to hit.
200 in stinger. Well, glad you're here with us tonight. We're going to go through some news, some injuries, and then we're going to recap every position here for our IDP players in the last week. So the news, just off the top, off the jump, Jaelan Phillips traded to Philadelphia for a 3rd-round pick. Addy, it happened. Our boy.
It did happen. Good for him, man. He deserved a 19-yard catch from McBride. This is good stuff here. I was thinking we need to get that jersey out. One of us should probably wear it. What size is it?
It's enormous, is what it is.
It does look like a 3X or something.
This is an XL.
Okay, that's not too bad.
We're going to give this away. We're going to give this away at some point because now this is vintage. Vintage jersey. Love it. Got the signature on it and everything.
That's right. If you're watching on
Josh
YouTube.
isn't here. We can do what we want.
That's right. It doesn't matter. None
we're
of this
matters. We're going to give that away this week. We'll determine how we're going to give it away. But, Addy, Jaelan Phillips now with Philadelphia, that's pretty primo.
This is great. He's been kind of coming on the last few weeks anyway.
Yeah.
Looking better, looking healthier. But, yeah, this is a great situation. This is a Philadelphia team that desperately needs help at edge.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Zadarius Smith, 4 weeks into the season. He retired 2 or 3 weeks later. Yeah, I was like, no thanks. That's kind of when they were going through it. But, yeah, this is a great fit here, man. I mean, they'll get Nolan Smith back at some point.
I was thinking about that today.
He's coming back at some point, but, yeah, you got to figure it's going to be Jaelan Phillips, Nolan Smith being the top 2 edge rushers with, Jalen Hunt mixed in. But, Jaelan Phillips has familiarity there with Fangio.
Yeah.
Who was with Miami. Phillips had some of the best year of his career under Fangio. So, and that's how it is for most of these pass rushers. So this is a dream landing spot for Phillips. They got him for a third, which I think Phillips is expiring. So, I mean, with that, you got to kind of expect that they're going to re-up this guy. That they gave up a decent amount of capital.
Yep.
But yeah, just this is great. If he does re-up there, this is fantastic.
What do you think this does for Campbell now? You think that removes him from the edge consideration?
Yeah, I think he'll still get a decent amount of snaps at edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's he's going to be squeezed out, I'm afraid, this first year.
Yeah.
We got to see him, really before Nakobe Dean came back. Mm-hmm. But now it seems like his snaps are going to be kind of a little too low for us to trust him. But he will be back next season. Once Nakobe Dean moves on, which I think he will.
Yeah.
We talked about this last week.
For sure.
I feel like Jahad Campbell's going to be fine year 2. But, yeah, just the snaps aren't going to be there now.
You know what it is, though? It is now chop season.
It is chop season, yes.
Chop's going to be unleashed.
There's also rumors of Bradley Chubb potentially getting dealt. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that could, that could really open it up for Chop. We could see like 70, 80% snap share, hopefully.
We have only seen north of 50% snaps for Chop one time this season, and that was in week 1. The last couple weeks, week 5, 34%, week 7, 44%, week 8, 48%. Last week, 9% of the snaps had one tackle. So, Chop has been relegated to just a pretty deep backup at this point, which is, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what their, thought process is, because really when they let Chop play last year, 50, 60% of the snaps from about week 9 on, that dude stacked up some sacks. I mean, he probably had 6 sacks in the back half of last season. So again, I don't think Chop is going to be elite by any means, but definitely pay attention to him, see if he's out there on the waiver wire. He would definitely be worth an ad, in my opinion. And then Dre'Mont Jones traded today.
Yeah, and he's actually been pretty good lately.
Yep.
I mean, 4.5 sacks in his last 4 games. Mm-hmm. This is a guy that we liked earlier on in his career when he was with Denver. He had some moments and some flashes. Probably not someone that I'm looking at unless he's labeled as a defensive tackle.
Yep.
But still, I mean, 4.5 sacks in 4 games. He can give you a sack if you need him, and this is a good landing spot for him too.
His tackle floor is kind of decent as well. Over those last couple weeks, 5, 3, 2, 4 tackles as well. 17, 13, 15, and 23 points in Big 3 scoring. Do keep in mind he is going into a bye in week 10, so just put a pin in that for Dre'Mont Jones. But yeah, 2 big names traded. It'll be interesting to see if there's anybody else here prior to Tuesday's trade deadline that gets moved. Does Max Crosby end up anywhere different outside the Raiders? Does Trey Hendrickson get moved? Any other big names that you think like there's an actual potential for? Like I know you said Bradley Chubb as well.
Yeah, I mean a lot of those like DeMario Davis should be getting moved.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys like that, guys that are veterans on teams that aren't going anywhere.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, half of Miami should probably be getting moved.
Yeah. Jeffrey Simmons staying with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Can't move that guy.
Yeah, he's like a top 2 player there.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people that sound like some teams that had called and inquired, and I think the Titans very, very smartly just kind of swatted that away. But let's get into some of the bummer stuff, the injuries here for week 9. I mean, maybe what's going to ruin my season, quite honestly, is Travis Hunter, knee injury. Jags don't believe that he tore his ACL, and I think it actually came back that his ACL is intact, all that's fine, and I know that everybody's saying it looks like it's going to be maybe just a couple weeks, but it doesn't sound great. I mean, here we are, week 10 with a knee injury. I'm not very optimistic, at least for IDP fantasy football. You're losing Travis Hunter in a pretty important spot.
Yeah, because when he does come back, you're probably going to be scared to if he does come back.
Yeah, you're looking like week 14 maybe.
Right, which is crunch time.
Yeah.
You got to be kind of certain of everyone that you're starting in your lineup. So yeah, that is potentially scary. Seems like it might, he's kind of lost for the season as far as fantasy use goes potentially. But hopefully this is just something minor, something that's not a big deal, something that doesn't linger.
Did you ever see a video of it? I never caught one.
It was a practice thing, right?
Yeah, it was like a Wednesday practice.
I haven't seen anything on it.
I haven't either. But yeah, just kind of a bummer because a guy that was really heating up and starting to become a cheat code for us. And, in Dynasty, I'm going to run the trade show here on Thursday. Maybe get some Travis Hunter questions for some people that are just kind of packing it in this year and maybe thinking for 2026. But
great time to buy for sure.
Because
they were
put a little feeler out.
I mean, they had talked about it, and we saw it in that last game that they played with Hunter. Like they were getting him the ball, and he was electric when he did get it. So yeah, it just felt like he was just about to take off, and so the haters out there, they are.
Yep.
They are grinning.
Yep.
You hate to see it.
Cheshire Cats.
Sure.
Ernest Jones, again, another stalwart to old Bob's team, out with a knee. Mike McDonald says he could miss some time. Sounds like Ernest is going to be out for, I'm going to call this not an IR stint, but let's call it 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Tyrese Knight lives again, so
yeah,
he's going to be, a very popular pickup this week.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about it because we put it down here in the linebacker recap. But Drake Thomas, 92, 89, and 80% snaps over the last 3 weeks. Ernest now injured, 21 tackles and 2 sacks over that time frame. Tyrese Knight, 10 tackles on 57% of snaps in week 9. What the heck, man? What are we doing, Tyrese? Are we back?
Yeah, I think so. For now, until Ernest comes back.
I would add,
all these linebackers.
Unless you have some people that, unless you've got deep leagues with some smart sharks, Drake Thomas is gone. If not, Drake Thomas and Tyrese Knight might both be available.
Yeah, I'd say Tyrese Knight is definitely available.
Yeah, but Drake Thomas
has been playing good enough lately. But yeah, still, he still is. I was surprised, looking. I had with the buys, being crazy the last few weeks.
Yep.
I've been kind of checked out of some of those
for sure
free leagues that I'm in.
Yeah.
And I was getting on there setting rosters, and I was like, oh wow, I can still pick up this guy. This guy shouldn't be out here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. He might be out there in a lot of leagues, but Tyrese Knight just gonna be a Band-Aid until Ernest Jones comes back. But Drake Thomas has been fantastic this season.
Absolutely, Drake Thomas has been awesome. It makes sense now, kind of why Tyrese Knight, got the bench for a little while, and they gave Drake Thomas a little bit more running time because Thomas has been great. I will say add both of them because I don't know that this Ernest thing is going to be like a quick.
Yeah, right.
Because we're to the point in the season where you need to start getting your ducks in a row for playoffs if you're going to be a team that actually makes it. So don't think that it's just going to be a 1 week thing for Ernest. I would go ahead and plan on it being like a several week thing. And if you just get Tyrese and Drake Thomas for a couple weeks, then so be it.
Yeah, and we're at the time of the year where you got to be very familiar with the depth charts, and also go ahead and start adding some of these, linebackers that would be next man up if an injury were to happen.
We'll talk about him, but look at Cashman. Cashman, if you had added him a couple weeks ago, you are sitting pretty.
Eric Wilson, same thing.
A couple more injuries to go over. Michael Williams, kind of a bummer, torn ACL, and this is getting late in the season. So, start of 2026 for some of these guys with ACL is going to be rough.
San Fran is a cursed franchise, apparently.
Man,
good Lord. Them and the Chargers, too. Something about the evil out there in California.
I know. Something's up. Something's up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Walter Nolan, rookie with a sack tonight.
Love to see that. This was his first game back from IR, I believe, right?
Yeah, he looks great tonight. A lot of really good pass rushes from what I see.
A massive man, moves very well.
Absolutely. Put a pin in it. Marshawn Lattimore, torn ACL. Kind of sucks for him. He's getting a little bit. He's getting in the short rows of his career.
That was a tough night.
Sure was.
The Washington Commanders. Yeah. Speaking of Drake Thomas, he bent Jaden Daniels' arm backwards.
Good on you if you haven't seen that yet. We both have, and
don't recommend it.
No, that was tough. That's a tough C. Jack Sanborn, IR.
It's a shame. Pour one out.
Probably season ending.
Yeah, probably so. At least fantasy wise, maybe he comes back. But he by that time, Overshown's going to be back. Shamar James has been, good enough.
Yep.
Kenneth Murray, that's
a good description for James. Good enough.
Good enough for now, right?
Yep. I don't know that he's a dynasty play, but
my God.
Ball's on the ground. Jalen Thompson is on it. Nope. It's Akeem Davis Gaither.
That was a massive strip right there for Arizona.
Cody Simon, I think, stripped it. Shout out the rookie. Yep, that ball's out. That's a fumble. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, Jack Sanborn to IR. That's kind of tough. I'm not putting too much stock on Overshown that he's going to come back. I had even seen this week that he left at one of the practices with the trainer. So,
oh gosh,
I'm not banking on getting Overshown back at any point of this season either. We'll just see what that looks like. Leonard Floyd out with a hamstring. Michael Hunt torn Achilles, and then Darius Mossow's ankle. You want to speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles filled in for Darius. So, I mean, he played like 70% of the snaps.
Yep.
So, I think, Micah McFadden, he ended up having ankle surgery. Mm-hmm. And so, I think, his recovery is going to be a lot longer than they first thought it would be. So, yeah, I mean, I think, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles is probably going to be somebody that will be useful for us if this Darius Masao, what is it?
Masao. I'm sure we're saying it way too southern. Masao.
Yeah,
something like that.
But yeah, he, at this point of the year, like you gotta add these backups because I mean, like we're seeing with we've seen with Tatum Bethune,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Wilson, all these backups,
Jags,
just guys stunting right now.
Absolutely. Speaking of some guys that are stunting, let's get into our LB recap. Addy, you have so lovingly titled this as the Super Wilson Bros. Eric and Payton. Eric Payton, 4 tackles, 2 sacks, 88% of snaps, 30.8 points, big 3 scoring. And then Payton Wilson, 13 tackles, 1 INT, big pass deflection that went right to Jack Sawyer, 31.2 points, big 3 scoring. Adam, you got 2 guys here that are just kind of balling.
Love to see it
at the right time.
Eric Wilson has always had that big play sack upside in him. We've seen him have these stints before when he's got playing time. So this is kind of who he is. He can win you a week when he goes off, and that's what he did for you probably if you had him in your lineup. Payton Wilson, love to see this. I think he played like 85% of the snaps around that. Mm-hmm. Cole Holcomb was out, so. What does it look like next week when Cole Holcomb comes back? Mm-hmm. Probably going to be, muddy again.
Yeah.
But you just love to see what Payton Wilson does when he gets this full-time role, which is ball out. 13 tackles, 1 INT. He does this pretty much every time he gets a full snap share. So he's been awesome this year, even though the snap share has been, very up and down and not what we really want. Mm-hmm. Just a guy that knows how to fill it up. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm very excited for when we do get a chance to see 100% Payton Wilson.
Speaking of someone who's not filling it up is Pat Queen. Over the last 3 weeks, 100% snaps, 4 tackles, 3 tackles, 5 tackles. Just not playing well, man.
Yeah, and like the PFF grades have been very bad for him. I think that I saw that recently.
Pretty trash. I think we talked about that last week on the episode. But, Pat Queen – I don't know. Might be Jover for that guy after 2025. They might cut bait and just move on and see what they've got with LB1.
I would think so. They can save a lot of money this offseason by letting him loose, so I would think that is coming.
Speaking of another baller, Cedric Gray, just a cool 16 tackles and a sack. No big deal.
Yeah.
28.2 points. Cedric Gray, man, baller for the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's been very, very good. I do. I want everyone to kind of pump the brakes on him a little bit.
Yeah.
This is great for this year. Mm-hmm. I still, I don't know how good this dude actually is. This is a bad team.
Doesn't it feel like that for everybody who's balling right now? I will say Payton Wilson is like, man, there's some draft capital there. Mm-hmm. There was the college production and everything. So it's like with Payton Wilson, man, I think it's going to probably stick. But aside from that, are there any of the, like, Barrett Carter? No. Tatum Bethune? No.
Right.
Shamar James? No. We could go around and talk about all these, like, just...
There'll be 10 linebackers that get drafted next year.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
And 70% of those linebackers won't pan out.
For sure.
Just like half the ones you just named won't.
For
some
sure.
of these guys will, they'll be fine and they'll make it through and be productive for us and be useful for us.
Yeah.
For, hopefully 3 to 4 years. But for the most part, it's probably not happening. And I'd rather just not try and chase that and just if I can profit at any point on any of those type linebackers.
Go get you an edge.
get you cash out with just extra draft capital, like, you know what I mean? Get you some extra force that you can move up into the third with, you know what I mean? Just
make profit.
Yeah, because we can always just keep churning these linebackers.
Yeah,
just keep picking up these linebackers off waivers every single week. There's a new injury.
Look at a couple weeks ago. You know, all these guys we're mentioning now were just names. Like, you've picked up Bethune, you've picked up Gray, you've picked up Eric Wilson, you probably picked up Rozeboom. You know, you've picked up all of these guys. And
if I can get a third for any of those guys,
they're gone.
Yeah,
they're gone so fast. Somebody I'm not taking a third for right now, Daiyan Henley, signs of life. 7 tackles, 1 sack, 23.5 points in Big 3 scoring. Playing with a heavy heart, too. Didn't somebody pass, I believe, in his family last week? Maybe I could be completely making that up.
I have no idea.
I'll look into it.
I hope that's not the case. But it just, you know, he had some slow weeks. He had a very big start to the season, and then he cooled off considerably. But you know, he did what he did this past week. 7 tackles, a sack, 23 points. So, that's he's a full-time linebacker, right? So I mean, like, that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah, man. His brother passed last week. I knew he was playing, and I think Josh had thrown a picture on his Instagram. He was kind of you know,
that's
obviously
terrible.
Emotional after the game and everything. But, yeah, I mean, 2 guys here in Payton Wilson and Daiyan Henley that a couple weeks ago, both of you all were like, this is not looking great for our guys. And here we are, you know, after week 9, and these guys look awesome.
They're fine.
That's IDP, man.
Yes.
It's a cyclical cycle.
Right. You gotta have a strong stomach, you know. You can't be a hoe out here, Bob. You can't be one, you know.
I hear you.
You got to be strong. It's the same thing. It's like the Dallas Turner stuff is the latest example. Like, it is not fun right now.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
But we are holding. We are not worried about it. We were not planning on really having him for a while
years.
Anyway. You know, he was never part of, like.
It's pretty ballsy to even put that up yet. I mean, that showed a lot of gumption on our side. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's not like a 1 year, like, he's just going to come in and smash. It's not a Will Anderson. You know, it's not a highly drafted, you know, Abdul Carter, which, speaking of, Abdul's not really doing much this year.
No, I think the pressure rate and all that stuff is good. But, yeah, I mean, he's not getting it done as far as production for us in IDP.
Let me run you a little trade. So I offered a trade this week in the XFL. I offered Max Crosby and Pat Queen for Abdul Carter and a 26 first. That ended up not really going anywhere just because.
Wait, let me run that by me again.
So it was Max Crosby and a 26. I'm sorry, Max Crosby and Peyton. Oh, gosh, this is all over the map. Max Crosby and Pat Queen for Abdul Carter and a 26 first, which then got changed to. My side was the same, or a little bit different. It was George Kittle and Pat Queen for Abdul Carter and a first. After Abdul Carter's week, I'm a little bit like, I don't know, man. I'll
George Kittle and Pat Queen for Abdul Carter and a first.
Yeah, in XFL.
I mean,
I never got a response back, but he had told me he was kind of interested in Kittle, and I do. Now with Loveland kind of popping off, have a couple of tight ends that.
I mean, yeah, and Kittle's also like 30, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 32.
So yeah, I would do that one.
Yeah, for sure.
The first one was
Max Crosby's a little too valuable this year.
I don't know though, man. I would still probably like even as good as he's been, he's still like
that was my thought.
He hasn't been peak.
Yeah,
Max Crosby.
He's still been pretty good.
He's been very good, no doubt about it.
He was 25 points this week, but you're right, not just a crazy Max Crosby we expect.
And he's had the injury scares recently.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a good time. I mean, I've been on record saying that I thought it was a good time to get out on Max Crosby. Last year.
Yeah. It's just so hard to come by DNs in that league that a guy like Max Crosby just, it's kind of like, man, I'll just ride him until I can get off of him.
I think if you can cash out
But with Gadsden and Fannin and Loveland, it's like I could kind of I could kind of ship off Kittle right now
Yes, for sure.
to bring in a guy like Abdul.
But with that Max Crosby deal you're talking about, like I think that is like the ideal way to play IDP because you want to get the first. Like the first is the most valuable asset of any edge rush. I mean, outside of
it was your first though.
Well, that would be the 112. That certainly would be the 112. That's true.
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
next year.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was your 26 first. I don't think I asked for his, which I don't know. Then I would probably just use for some barter. I don't really know that I really want to hold on to your first. You're sitting pretty in XFL.
Yeah, it'd probably be a trade piece though.
Not to give you too much into our league,
but it's a more valuable trade piece. Again,
it is true.
I think it's more people are gonna be
for sure
even if it is a late one.
Yeah.
People will talk themselves into the first.
They only get more and more valuable.
Right.
Tatum Bethune, 50 tackles in his first 4 games since replacing Fred Warner. What in the world, man?
Yeah, it's I hate that it's come at the expense of Fred, but this is IDP. This is how it go.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it goes, folks. So this is why you have to pay attention and have to stay locked in. Like there's just so much free money out there on waivers.
Truly is every single week. Blake Cashman's back. And Blake Cashman is very, very good. Sorry, Adam, I put this in here. There's a couple of these that I threw in here, a little curveball for you. Last 3 weeks for Cashman, 100% of snaps, 4, 11, and 14 tackles, which the cool little punch out in week 9. Blake Cashman, man, just a nice little reminder that he's back from IR, and he is very, very good.
Maybe the play of the game, that punch out, which, by the way, Detroit playing David Montgomery way too much in that game.
Absolutely.
As a Vikings fan, I was thrilled to see that. But get Jahmyr Gibbs out there.
Yeah, congrats, man. J.J. McCarthy actually looks like
that was sick.
Pretty competent.
That was an awesome game. That was a lot of fun.
I know there was no Kirby Joseph, and I think they were also without maybe one of their other linebackers. But by and large, I mean, Aiden Hutchinson kind of got dominated a little bit by y'all.
Yeah, I think he didn't end up getting a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't hurt us too bad.
Yeah.
McCarthy, he did have. There was some moments where I think he kind of held on the ball. Let's see, still, he's this is like his 4th or 5th start.
He got a little too much drip for you. Are you okay with the amount of
He's
drip
a young boy, man. He's a youngin'.
It's a different world we live in now, Adam.
He's a maniac, though. I do like that. I do like he does have that
Jackson Dart kind of in him.
Just that intangible stuff, you know. Like when he was getting the game ball, just was looking like an absolute psychopath.
Did you see the locker? Not the locker room, but like the tunnel walk where he did the gritty, like kind of on the way to the locker room. It was like, I don't know, something real cool. Gen Z type of dance.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, but
yeah,
I mean, he's I prefer less of the eye black.
Yeah,
but overall, I like the drip pretty much. I think he's got a good aesthetic to him.
I gotcha. As long as the eye black don't get in the way of watching film during the week.
Sure. You got to stay in the playbook.
Keep it on there.
Stay in the film.
Christian Rozeboom. Speaking of a guy who probably doesn't have a whole lot of eye black on. Just old working man's Christian Rozeboom, 27 tackles in the last 2 games. Trevin Wallace was back. Good to see after suffering that concussion last week. So, again, Rozeboom, here we are, week 9, usable again.
Guy knows how to tackle.
Yep.
That's always going to play well in IDP. So, I mean, I didn't check the snap share this past week.
I'll pull it.
Or who even had the dot. But either way, I think, Rozeboom at 70, 80% is still good enough to get us, 8 to 9 tackles.
Let's see here. Rozeboom this week. He had 74% of the snaps. Yeah, 15 tackles and 1 forced fumble this week. And then let me pull Trevin and see where he was at.
Wow, 74% for Rozeboom?
Yeah, 97% for Trevin, 9 tackles this week. So, honestly, both of those guys are pretty serviceable
but good to
at
see,
this point.
Good to see Trevin still, coming back from the concussion.
Yeah.
That immediately didn't have to miss any time at all.
Yeah.
And getting 97%. So still is that linebacker there that's dominating the snaps. And that you like to see that for Carolina, who's a team that is surprisingly solid right now.
5-3.
That's insane.
Shout out Rico Dowdle.
He is balling, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I added him in Unreal, and I'm not very good in Unreal. I had my little streak a couple years ago, and I don't know. Haven't really given enough effort in there. It's last little go.
Yeah, it's a tough league too.
It is. It's got some sharks in there. It also has a bunch of guys that are animals on the waiver wire in March and April and May. Way more than your boy. Adam, this is a little question for me. What do I do with Bobby Okereke? He has 5 double-digit scoring weeks on the season, but also has 4 single-digit scoring weeks in 2025. Dynasty, do I just ride him?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I mean, if you can sell him, sell him.
Yeah.
But is anyone going to give you?
Nobody's giving you a second, probably.
I mean, I'd sell him probably for a third at this point, I think.
I got you.
It depends on my situation, but like if I'm packing it in and, I mean, like you just said, like he's not been productive.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be out of New York, which maybe that'll be good for his career. But
yeah,
he's just not someone that, I mean, he's already like getting up there in his upper 20s.
Long term, the back half of his dynasty life just doesn't look like it's going to be that great.
Yeah, he was someone that I was always worried about aging well.
Poorly, yeah.
You know?
PFF grades have never been great. Even in Indianapolis, he was just okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think you've convinced me.
Yeah, just okay.
That was fantastic. I don't know what's on the board, or I would press something. Let's just guess.
Betrayal.
It was kind of adequate.
That is the best drop. We don't use that one enough.
I love that.
Halo, shout out.
Addy, you wanted to have a Jack Campbell discussion.
Yeah, just he's my linebacker 1 in Dynasty. I fully believe.
Believe.
Yeah, I believe.
Angels in the Outfield. Shout out. Me and Bub watched it the other day.
It's a great movie.
It is a good
classic.
One. It is.
I'm glad to see that you're passing those movies on. Those movies are probably getting just buried these days.
I hated movies when I was younger. My parents just made me go outside. So the few movies that I did get to enjoy, cycling back through them.
Yeah, that one was on a lot, I think, on TV too.
Oh, yeah. Mighty Ducks.
That was, yeah.
Those Sandlot. A lot of the baseball ones were really good movies back in the 80s and 90s.
Those are the classics, the hits really right there.
Absolutely.
But
that's 2. That's all you need to watch.
Yeah, I think, I mean, truly.
No more.
Yeah.
But Jack Campbell, what do we do with him? We
just love having him. We're just thankful we have him.
Yep.
I mean, he's he's a set it and forget it linebacker, and there's like no sign of that slowing down for him. You know, like he's going to be a guy that I think that we're talking about. You know, in 5-6 years, we're still doing this show.
Yeah. If you're new to the IDP show, welcome. Here we are, several minutes into this episode, and we haven't even mentioned Adam's Dynasty ranks at the IDP show. Go and sub the site. It's $5 a month. It's the best $5 you will spend outside of a good pumpkin spice latte, maybe a good
chicken sandwich.
There you go. I don't know. Chicken sandwich can be bought for $5 right now.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, right?
Chick-fil-A entree only. Yeah,
right,
entree.
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know. The taxes are getting up
Yeah,
there.
it's probably 5 something.
But the IDPshow.com, Adams ranks. Yeah, so you got Jack Campbell as the LB1 right now. I have not seen the latest coat of paint you put on there.
Yeah, I mean, just, I think it makes a lot of sense with Fred breaking his ankle.
Yeah.
And also being, he's getting up there in years
For
now.
sure.
He's not that old, but
he's really not.
What is he, 28?
I don't know. I got to find him.
28, 29. But anyway, Fred's been getting banged up here.
29.
Fred's been getting banged up. Roquan is also their same age.
Do you put a pin in that when guys like Max Crosby, kind of a good example too,
Yes.
like when they start to kind of accumulate a little bit of
course,
wear and tear?
Yes, definitely do. It's football, man. This is
That's lingering.
This sport's not going to get any easier on their bodies, you
Yep.
know. So yes, I definitely worry about stuff like that.
And the 30s are definitely different than the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
That high ankle sprain heals pretty quick when you're 21.
Yeah.
At 31, that's a little different feeling.
But Jack Campbell,
Yeah.
Iowa boy. Oh, is he from Iowa?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say yes. He kind of looks like it.
We'll ask.
Ask Siri.
Betrayal.
Oh, I did it again. Hold on.
Hey guys,
That's who we need to ask.
somebody call 911. I don't feel so good.
I know Harms would know where he's from. Harms, let us know tomorrow. But
Yeah.
Jack Campbell, it's good to kind of see this because there was a time frame there where we weren't sure if Jack Campbell was ever.
This offseason.
this.
Because also remember I was very high on
Yeah.
Campbell, so I was just a little I was like, oh God, is he gonna never be this guy that we thought he would be? Is he just gonna be 130, 140 tackles and not give us any big plays? But no, he does not seem like he is going to be that guy. He's going to be 150, 160 tackles. He is going to sprinkle in some sacks. some PDs. He's a good linebacker.
Yeah.
He's on a team that loves him.
Yeah.
You know.
Why has Campbell Soup not joined in and gotten Dan Campbell and our boy Jack for a little soup commercial?
That is that. Surely they have. Maybe they're asking for too much.
Huge opportunity there. All right, let's get into the DL recap. Let's move a little bit and give Latu the spotlight here. The game we've been dreaming of since we were wee little boys, Adam.
That's right.
Young kids. Hey, shout out to
we was in Pampers.
Shout out to my boy and to his cousin Oak. We fired up old Madden 05 the other day when we were at Grant's house.
Who is that? Who's on the cover? Ray Lewis?
No, I think this one.
Vic?
It's not Vic. Well, Vic could be 05. This one actually is the oh my gosh, the Eagles quarterback, Donovan McNabb. There you go. What is that one?
What were you playing on? You playing on
PS2?
I don't know. This one's showing Ray Lewis is 05.
Okay, maybe I have a different one then. Maybe I'm thinking like 08. Maybe it's even earlier.
Was it Xbox One?
No, it's definitely PlayStation 2. The several Maddens that we have one with Marshall Faulk on it. I don't know which one that is. Mm-hmm. We have the Vic one, and then we have the Donovan McNabb as well. I think the McNabb is the newest one. But anyways, yeah, speaking of times when we were dreaming when we were little boys, it's fun to get the boys out on that. They have no idea what they're doing. But Latu, man, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be very, very good.
I hate Macri so much. There was a little deal that came through the old email a couple weeks ago where Macri brought in Latu for just a can of beans, pretty much.
What was it? What did he get him for?
It was like Jalon Walker and Xavier Watts.
Although Jalon Walker did just go nuts.
Jalon Walker played pretty well, but I feel like for the long haul, I still want to be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still want to be tied to Latu.
Yeah, I think Latu had next couple of years we could be talking about him as being like a top 5 edge rusher.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like he could enter your top 5 category easily. He could even kind of I don't know.
Quickly, I think those top 10 edge rushers I have right now, that's going to flip pretty quickly here.
For some reason, my brain familiarizes Latu and Jaelan Phillips a lot together. I feel like their playing style is kind of similar, and so I think that Latu could enter that category that Jaelan Phillips really never got to.
Yeah. Hopefully, he just stays. That's really the only reason why Jaelan Phillips didn't reach that level, just because the injuries kind of took over for him. I mean, he had some major injuries.
Speaking of the next point here, Jalon Walker, more like Jalen Sprinter to the QB.
Not great, Bob.
What a pull by me. I don't even know what I'm pressing over here.
That was good, but it wasn't true, though. It was actually
That's
really
true.
great.
That was actually a
betrayal.
Sure,
my bad.
was.
That was fantastic. That was a good pull,
Thank
Adam.
you.
Jalen Walker.
I worked hard on that.
He's pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, this is, and also Leonard Floyd left this game with the hamstring. So, I mean, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., these guys should really see their snaps increase, I would think. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Jalen Walker, I mean, awesome game. This is a guy that I didn't really think we would see him have a game like this yet. I thought he was going to take a little bit longer to develop, but you got to figure that they start relying on this guy a little more.
Yeah,
I do think he got banged up in this one potentially.
Yeah,
so monitor that, but maybe it was just cramps. That happens so much. You just get these little red zone look-ins and see a guy on the sideline or laying down. You're like, what's going on?
That's a fun little setup with Walker, and then with whatever James Pierce ends up looking like.
I think he's going to be good. I mean,
I think so too.
They've both already had moments, and both these guys are super young. Like these are like 21-year-olds. So I think that they did give up a ton to get James Pierce. That was well documented.
Oh, yeah.
But I think both those guys are going to end up panning out and being, that's a team that desperately needed a pass rush.
Yeah, I saw somebody crapping on that trade on the old Bird app in the last week or two of just like, man, the Rams just really busted Raheem Morris over the head in his first season as a head coach, I believe. He wasn't there last year. No, he was there last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Anyways, Austin Booker, shout out to Daniel Jeremiah. I remember Austin Booker was a guy that he liked. A very developmental type of guy, a little bit like a Trayvon Walker. Obviously didn't have the draft capital of Trayvon Walker, but back to reading QBs and getting sacks.
Well, Booker, I was on one last night, boys and girls.
Bookend.
Sure.
Adam, Austin Booker, you gonna pick him up?
Some are calling him Austin Book him.
Wow. Are
Yeah.
they really?
Yeah, some are.
Are they really?
Yes. Yeah, I like that we're utilizing this board. As this is why we got this thing really in the first place.
Josh is not here, so we're gonna do.
We got to get back to clicking the buttons. I think that's what the people are missing, honestly. I mean,
what a pull!
I mean, come on.
What a pull!
Come on.
Yeah, Austin Booker. I'm probably going to be sniffing around a little bit. I guarantee you, he's available on most waivers.
Listen, he has a chance to be massive.
Yeah.
Because also, a name we didn't mention that I forgot this happened today. Dayo Adangbo, torn Achilles, Bob.
Gone.
Not great, Bob.
Not great.
Yep.
Not great, Bob.
So
Booker only played 54% of the snaps this week. 2 tackles, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble.
But this is his first week back.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's good for first week back. And then like now they need this dude. But he was a dude that was tearing it up in the preseason. Like pressures were outrageous with him.
You have $100 fab in a league. How much you spending on Austin Booker this week?
In dynasty leagues?
Yeah.
In dynasty leagues, I'm spending
blowing it.
I'm blowing it.
Yep.
Most of it.
I agree. I think Austin Booker's
if I'm needy, if I'm very I don't want that is the thing though. It's like there's still gonna be tons of
You want Austin Booker or Jalon Walker?
Oh man, for this year, Austin Booker,
I think so too. But in Dynasty?
In Dynasty, still Jalon Walker.
I think so too.
But Austin Booker has a chance to really, really skyrocket and become a piece that people desire.
Doesn't it feel like there's a lot of these guys right now that are like second year, first year players, like ends, D tackles that you kind of want to go get, like Jalen Walker, James Pierce, Donovan Ezeraku. You've got the little dude in Carolina that's kind of coming around a little bit, the rookie. Oh, man, I can't pull his name off the top. Scorton's playing okay. I don't think Iman Mielen is playing that well so far. But then you've got,
no, you're right.
Dallas Turner's going to pop off here soon. It's about to be chop season. Maybe Nolan Smith comes back.
Yes.
Herbig, I'll talk about here in a minute. You've just got so many of these 1, 2 year, 3 year maybe guys that is it finally kind of starting to make sense to some of these guys? Is the NFL slowing down for Walter Nolan? We'll get to Keeanu Benton. There's so many pass rushers right now that could take the next step into a top 10 dynasty category.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and there's also going to be a lot of guys moving out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
T.J. Watts, Daniil Hunters,
Yep.
Max Crosby, Nick Bosa. He's coming off another major injury. So these guys are going to kind of start shifting out, and there's going to be some new candidates to come in. And I think like those guys you mentioned, like those are that'd be my choice to replace those types. So I think that's the move now, to be going and trying to acquire these next guys if you can. Unfortunately, Daniil Hunters, he's been so slow this season.
Yeah,
it's going to be kind of hard, getting a lot of value out of him. But he could still pop. I think he's still a good buy if you're a contender. Like
it's
he's
still
a buy
Daniil
low.
Hunter, man.
Right? Still, he's a good buy low right now. But but just talking in general, yes, I think now is the time to kind of be looking at these younger guys and expecting those guys to kind of start coming on.
Zach Allen's red hot, averaging 20.6 points per game over his last 4. This is tops among all defensive tackles.
Yeah, he was awesome last year, and then he was kind of slow to start this season. But now he's certainly on fire. Another situation where I saw him on the turf. Squirming around for a little bit, so hopefully he's okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Another guy who could be on the turf squirming around just based off of his age, but we got to give a major prop to the older Bosa bro here. Older brothers truly are the backbone of the world. Shout out to all you older brothers out there. Remember a couple weeks ago, also IDP Bob told you that Montez Sweat was going to be in a bit nice little stretch for some juicy matchups. Has he been in that stretch and just racked up some sacks? Absolutely. Is that over? No, it's not over yet. Guess who's coming next? Joey Bosa's coming next. Look at this stretch for Joey Bosa. Miami, Tampa Bay, Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Cleveland. Yummy.
Very yummy indeed. And yeah, Joey Bosa is playing a lot of snaps right now. I think he played like over 70% this past week, and that's really been the case for him.
He also looks really good.
He does. Yeah, playing inspired. He's in a situation, that's great. They're going to be contending for a Super Bowl. So, it's him and Rousseau. Those are the two edge rushers getting all the snaps, and like there's even room for more snaps for him now with Michael, getting out of the way.
What a pull. Adam, I got a little bummer of some news to put out there. Alex, high ankle sprain, Smith appears to be healthy. Throwing down 2 sacks in week 9, 62% of snaps off of 70% in week 7, and then 73% in week 8. Meanwhile, Hembig only seeing 38, and 51 snaps in those weeks. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah, I hate to get savage on him right now, Bob, but we need someone to put a hit out on Highsmith. We do.
We need another high ankle sprain. The other ankle.
Yeah.
We need him big back.
I'm just being savage, guys. I'm just being savage.
That's true.
Did you see that Seth guy?
Shout out Seth, yeah. I sent it to Connie this week, and Connie was, I guess, working. He was working hard this week, so he got back to me a little bit late. But then I saw the apology later after talking about breaking Aaron Rodgers' back. It's like, calm down, guys. I'm just being savage.
He's awesome, dude. Josh doesn't realize what he's got in this guy.
Yeah.
He is a treasure. What a treat that guy is.
Most of the time, I'll just text Con, or sometimes I'll call and leave him a voicemail and just sing "This is our Colts."
Yeah, this is for
this
folks
is
that don't know what we're talking about. This is our Colts guy.
Yeah,
he got kind of he was people were trying to cancel him.
You can't cancel him.
Yeah,
he led a halftime song, didn't he, or maybe like a pregame anthem for one of the indie games.
He's entrenched in the culture.
Yeah,
for sure.
But back to Highsmith. I mean, Highsmith he's a great player. I mean, it goes without saying. We all love Nick Hembig around here, and for the start of the season that was for Nick Hembig, he's definitely regressed here lately, and rightfully so. I mean, Highsmith has been paid. He's the guy there that's going to play opposite T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt actually played pretty decent this week for the first time in a while. But Hembig is kind of falling into that Dallas Turner category to where it's like, man, we just kind of got to look to what's next. We can't really rely on it for right now.
Right now, right. Until one of them gets out of the picture.
Yeah.
Highsmith, I don't know what his contract situation is. I'd imagine he's there for at least another year.
Yeah.
But he's got to be getting close to getting out of there.
I'll pull on it real quick. But Keeanu Benton, 3.5 sacks in the last 5 games. Could he be the one?
Did you get that? Did you get that reference right there?
No.
Keanu, who played Neo in The Matrix. It's the one.
Yes.
So
I love that, Adam. On an unreal roll last night.
In rare form.
On an unreal roll. Whose contract was I looking up? That was Alex Highsmith.
Yeah, O.H. Smith.
Alex Highsmith's contract, he signed a 4-year, $68 million deal. They have a potential out in 2025.
But they ain't getting out of that. Wait, so it expires when? 2026?
It expires at the end of 2027.
Oh, God.
So Highsmith is there for a while.
So this isn't
not great for him.
Not so it truly, like he's going to be an injury dependent.
I almost typed in him big. Let's see what Herbig's contract is like. Herbig is not a free agent until the end of 2026. So UFA in 2027. So we got another year or so of this.
So he'll be out of there before Highsmith potentially.
Absolutely.
Because they'll let him go. I would imagine. I mean, someone's going to pay him a ton of money.
Yep.
Unless they just tag him, but I can't imagine that would be a very hefty tag.
There's no way to kind of simultaneously work Highsmith out and probably keep Herbig.
Now maybe they trade Highsmith next year, this offseason.
Maybe T.J. Watt.
T.J. Watt too would be potentially something they could do.
But you've got just Jack Sawyer waiting in the wings as well to be Alex Highsmith 2.0, along with if you wanted to keep the younger Herbig, I could kind of understand that as well, but
it's frustrating for us in fantasy. But this is an NFL team that is very smart and has you want to be deep at this position, you know.
They don't care what we have to say.
Yeah, it's a shame for us in fantasy. Shame for us, him big believers.
Yeah,
we've seen what he can do when he gets a full load.
Yeah,
and he's just as good as really any of these guys.
And they have an atrocious interior right there with not only Keeanu Benton, but also Derek Harmon has been playing good ball as well.
Learning alongside Cam Hayward, a legend.
No better D tackle to learn from.
Just a great setup there.
Yeah, Benton's awesome. Pay attention to him for Dynasty. Guy you might want to go get. Kayvon Chaisson quietly breaking out 5.5 sacks in 8 games. My goodness,
stuff.
Man.
Playing a lot of ball too. Like they got him out here playing like 7% of snaps every week. So.
Dude, and sometimes that's just what it takes. You know?
Yep.
More playing time, more opportunity, and you just kind of get more reps under the belt, kind of figure the game out a little bit.
And, I mean, this dude is also young. He's like 25, 26. So, I mean, you know, I think a lot of us are very quick to write these guys off. But, I mean, there's examples of these guys, you know, breaking out late all the time.
Perfect example of a late breakout. Odafe Oweh, 4 sacks in his last 4 games. Also, shout out Thule. Got to give him a little bit of credit as well. 3 sacks in 5 games after his 4-sack performance in Week 4. You know, maybe one of the top 5 IDP performances on the season as far as points per game is concerned from Thule. But yeah, Odafe Oweh looks like he belonged in Los Angeles with the Chargers from day one. You know, we kind of always saw it, saw the bend and the athleticism and, you know, just kind of the freaky size with Oweh from an athletic perspective. I know he's not an overly big guy. But Oweh now playing opposite Khalil Mack and with Thule as well, playing good ball.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, a guy that's still super young, but, I mean, he was always, like, from a pressure standpoint, always looked like he was a guy trending up. So, yeah, I mean, just, you know, I think he's commented on it as much that, like, you know, he might have just needed to change the scenery there. Yeah. And so far, it looks good.
Yep. I'm a fan. Jonathon Cooper averaging 17.4 points per game over the last 4, 11th among edge rushers. Jonathon Cooper just continues to be a name that flies under the radar, but he's just so productive in IDP.
Yep, that entire defensive line there in Denver, that's the story for all those guys. But, yeah, Jonathon Cooper especially, it seems.
Mm-hmm. And then back to the top, like we were talking about, Dre'Mont Jones averaging 17.2 points per game over the last 4, 12th among edge rushers. Dre'Mont Jones, another guy that's just criminally underrated, you know, just a great edge 2, edge 3 for us in IDP.
And traded to Baltimore?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a good fit. They need an edge rusher.
He's going to play a lot.
They got rid of Oweh, you know, recently.
Is Van Noy healthy right now?
He is. He's just not doing much for us. You know, he's not. I mean, I expect that to pick up. You feel like at some point that's got to turn around for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just
been a weird year there in Baltimore.
Getting cardio out there right now, it seems.
No other help on that line. Justin Madubuike's gone. Roquan's been out a bunch. You got young defensive backs there, and Malachi Starks is playing some awesome ball.
First INT, shout out,
Malachi. Malachi's a guy I'm probably going to get.
And that was a sick interception.
Oh my gosh,
that was like great body control. Like that's not a catch that a lot of safeties make.
Go back and look. I mean, I think I was pretty on the record about Malachi Starks just playing above the rim. I think is the way I described him. And
he did kind of just float up there and hang up there a little bit.
Dude looks like a basketball player. Let's get to the defensive back recap before we finish up the Week 9 recap. Chauncey Gardner signs with the Bears. This is his 3rd team in 3 months, but maybe this one will stick. With Kyler Gordon moving to IR, Chauncey is the new slot corner. Had 6 tackles, 1 sack in Week 1.
Pretty good.
Yeah, sure is.
It was. I was thinking like. And, I mean, I think we are getting pretty close to this being the end of Chauncey's career. But I was like, wow, it is officially over after the last release, right?
Yep.
But, I mean, another life raft thrown out to him. I mean, he has, you know, previous relationship with Ben Johnson. Yep. So Ben Johnson knows what he's getting in Chauncey.
And he played good ball.
And he played good ball.
In Detroit.
Good ball in Detroit. And then 6 tackles, 1 sack his first week as a starter with Chicago. So, I mean, if he's going to maintain that role there, I mean that could be money. Like that could be because Chauncey hasn't really gotten that usage lately. He's really been a lot more like deep safety, like occasionally slot, you know. But you know I feel like he didn't play more deep safety lately. But if he can stick in this slot corner role, like I could see a lot of games like this coming for him. So
yeah.
if he's going to continue and be the starter there, like he's a must add. This could be a nice little finish for Chauncey Gardner.
Honestly,
but I do feel like his career is like we're
slowly getting winding down,
like the Deontay Johnson type thing. Like when teams start
bouncing you around,
something stinks.
As long as you're not an edge rusher like Clowney signing just 1-year deals, everybody knows what Clowney's doing at this point. But once you start getting released by teams like mid-season, you're right. Something don't smell right.
Right. Something's
awry. I was kind of a little bit worried, too, to see what the usage and see if he was going to take a little bit of the Jaquan Brisker, box snaps away or potentially some of the tackles. But if they're both playing there, I mean, that's a fun little setup there for the Bears. Those are two really good defensive backs. Dante Trader Jr., 12 tackles Thursday night. Man.
How about that?
He's playing well.
Filled in for Ashton Davis, so we'll see, if he gets, if he still gets to play once Ashton comes back. Mm-hmm. But either way, you just like to see, and this is a rookie, I think he was like a 5th rounder.
Yeah.
You like to see a guy rack up 12 tackles in a spot start. So something to put a pin in, old Bob.
I love it. Hey, we also told you to keep an eye on Justin Reid. Put up 13 tackles against the Rams, averaging 13.3 points per game over his last 3. That dude's going to get so much playing time the rest of the season.
Yep, he's a vet. He's been a proven producer for us for the last 3-4 years, really.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we saw this coming. This was to be expected. So he's a solid safety too for you moving forward.
Yep, I love it. Also, did you put a pin in Okada?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's time. 4 straight 100% snap games with 22 tackles, a sack, and an INT in that time. You probably shouldn't have put a pin in him. You probably should have picked him up, is what you should have done.
You definitely should have picked him up because
he's leading those DBs in playing time.
And Julian Love, IR.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is going to continue for Mr. Ty.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's a fun, aggressive player. I'm a fan. Hard not to root for him, too. He's an undrafted guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, he makes big plays. He makes tackles despite not having the best usage. But
especially now with Ernest Jones out for a couple weeks and some weirdness at linebacker, Okada could rack up some tackles.
Yeah, he's a dude who's got some juice. I like him.
I like that. Addy, you wanted to give some corner appreciation here. Some guys that we don't really talk about enough, but these are some boys that we wanted to, let you know that we're out there. We see you. We thank you.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about him, Addy.
Joey Porter Jr., a guy that I was pretty high on in the offseason ranks, the best ball ranks, and he's given us some really, really good performances. He was banged up to start the year, but I think he's coming off a 30-burger.
Yeah.
And then he's been solid week in and week out. So this is year number 2 for Mr. Porter Jr., I believe. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I like him there in Pittsburgh. And then Riley Moss, just an underrated corner. Like, he continues to get the job done for us in IDP. Solid tackler, gets targeted a decent amount, but a good corner there. A white corner. We are obligated to love this guy.
Yep.
So Riley Moss doing the damn thing again for a second season in a row. Trent McDuffie, another guy we don't talk about enough, but just a solid, rock solid corner. It's going to be that for the next 5-6 years.
He's gotten better. He definitely over the last year or two has kind of had some downs here lately. When L'Jarius Sneed left, I really expected all of a sudden the points per game to just 15, 20 points per game.
Right. It did. We wanted him to just
it didn't skyrocket.
Become an elite corner, but still, he's been very, look at the total points, every single year.
Yeah. He
ends up being very solid, and that's all you can ask for. We're just looking for consistency.
Yep.
And then, if you look at his log, sign me up. That is a very solid cornerback, too, to have every single week.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nashawn Wright, another guy just kind of out of nowhere balling this year for Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Probably out there on waivers for you, but it's a secondary that's been very beat up and banged up. So a lot of these guys that have gotten an opportunity kind of out of nowhere.
Yep.
So, Nashawn Wright, been very good, should probably continue to be very good, I'd imagine. This is a Bears team that's just going to continue to be in shootouts. It's not a good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every game I see, they get 30 put up on them at least. So
it's like the Panthers.
Yeah,
going to get a lot of playing time if you're a defensive player on one of those teams.
Yeah, and just shootouts, you're just more tackles on the outside and whatnot. So more PDs. So this is I think a good thing for Nahshon Wright moving forward.
I like that. Addy, I want to do something real quick before we shut off. There's no draft, and I'm not going to throw you for a curveball or anything. But go to the IDP show. If you're subbed, jump in the ranks. There's an IDP only rookie tab. Let's just go down through here. There's just some names on here that I just kind of want to mention, because we're at the point in the season where teams post-bye are going to start giving some of these rookies a little bit more playing time. We know Travis Hunter, obviously, pretty rough injury, going to be out for a while. Carson Swessinger playing good ball. Abdul Carter. See what the second half of the season looks like for this guy. Hopefully those high pressures, low sacks will turn into high pressures, high sacks.
Yes, sir.
Jahad Campbell. We'll see what it's going to look like now with Jaelan Phillips, with Nakobe Dean being back. James Pierce Jr., Jalon Walker, both playing good ball there for Atlanta. Nick Imanwari, another just filthy safety there for Seattle. Looks like maybe, this was Adams' safety one in the class. Looks like, by all intents and purposes, it looks like the best safety in the class.
Might have been too low.
Yeah, he might have been too low. Might have been -4 safety. Malachi Starks also looks a really, really good safety as well for Baltimore. I think he could maybe get ahead of K-Ham as far as the points per game are concerned in the next couple of years. Demetrius Knight Jr. playing really good ball for Cincinnati. I would probably trade Demetrius Knight Jr. right now. I don't know that him or Barrett Carter is going to have like a great NFL career. If I can make some profit on those guys right now, I probably would.
Yeah, people excited these guys are playing and producing in year one.
Yep.
But the quality of play I don't think is really anything to write home about, right? Like, this is a terrible defense, like the worst defense in the league.
Also another reason to probably sell Kyle Monangai if you picked him up.
Exactly. I saw a lot of that stuff this week. Jeez, I told you about Kyle.
Yeah.
Like, dude, DeAndre Swift would have ran for 300 on him.
Oh, my gosh.
That is by far, and that defense is so young.
Yep.
But man, what a layup of a defense, a layup of a matchup for a running back.
Swift is probably a good buy right now, because when he comes back, he's gonna go back to that RB1 role pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's been great this year. I mean, Kyle M's been solid too.
Yeah,
I just feel like there's a lot of victory lapping, per usual.
Let's calm down.
On the Bird app, but
calm down, Bird app. Mike Green is going to get a lot of playing time here second half of the season.
Yes,
he's had a couple good weeks, but now with no Oweh, I know they've added Dre'Mont Jones, but they're going to pretty much let Mike Green eat this next second half.
I would think so, yeah. And I mean, we've seen him, log some sacks here recently.
Yeah, but
I think that's kind of what we all expected him to be ramped up more the second half of the season. So.
Yeah, some more names. Michael Williams, I know we've lost him. But Nick Martin, another name we really haven't heard much from so far this season, which is kind of weird with how much, how the injuries and everything that San Fran has gone through. For him not to get more playing time has been strange.
Yeah, it took him third round, 11th pick of the third round. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the good draft capital. But, not a great start for Nick Martin.
Not at all. Jahdae Barron playing good ball. Donovan Ezeraku looks like a really good edge there for Dallas. Ashton Gillott has had some times there where he's looked like a good edge for Kansas City. Shamar Stewart, not enough playing time. JT Tuimoloau, kind of same. Derek Harmon, kind of starting to come on. Walsh Nolan, starting to play good ball. Xavier Watts, I don't know. We'll see. Stutzman, if he's going to get playing time increase, maybe if DeMario moves on.
Gotta figure Stutzman's time is coming. He's somebody that I think is going to potentially skyrocket.
Yeah.
I just really, once he gets his opportunity, because he's going to fill it up, I think. So
yeah,
he is a very obvious buy right now if you can.
Yeah.
Most people that have him are
holding on to
aware of him, but maybe he's out there on waivers still. This was a guy that he was drafted in the 10th pick of the 4th round. So maybe he went undrafted. Maybe he's still out there undrafted.
Yep.
Which he's now is the time to certainly add him.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier Watts, though, you mentioned him. I mean, he's been awesome this year.
For sure.
He's a guy that I think I'm pretty confident moving forward with.
Mm-hmm.
And then also we're going to see Kevin Winston Jr. here at some point, I think, too.
Yeah.
Which I was a big fan of him out of Penn State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that kid can play ball. Cody Simon, Nick Scorton,
Cody Simon did something tonight. It looked like for a second.
Yeah, follow Macri. I'll be interested to see what the playing time looked like for Cody Simon. Teddy Buchanan.
Oh, also Mac Wilson got banged up in this one, so that's why we saw Cody Simon. I would imagine.
Yeah, that's interesting. Landon Jackson, Jonas Sanker, another good name. Josiah Stewart, just embarrassment at edges there for the Los Angeles Rams. Jacob Parrish, great cornerback for Tampa Bay. Makuba, Uman Mielen. Anybody else here want to talk about? Jack Sawyer's getting some playing time. Billy Bowman's played well so far this year. Barrett Carter's getting a lot of playing time here late. So, Sean Dolak, maybe later on in the season we see some more Sean Dolak. But only thing I really want to do, go to the IDP show. If you're not in there, get a sub. Check out the ranks. Some really, really good production from our rookie IDP so far. Even halfway through the season, the beginning half of the season, the second half of the season is to be more expected, rookie playing time. We're going to see a whole lot more of these guys in the second half than we had the first.
Yeah, I think so as well. But yeah, it seemed like it's a pretty solid class.
Yeah.
For the most part, a lot of guys that I think are going to be pretty useful for us in Dynasty.
For a class that we were kind of down on, they're definitely playing a little bit better than I expected.
Yeah, I think Twessinger seeming like a linebacker that's going to be good for the next 10 years. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Abdul Carter, he has been slow as far as the sacks go.
I'd go get him though.
But yeah, I still think he's going to turn on and be like a top 6 type of edge rusher for us. Moving forward, hopefully.
You still have him high in the ranks right now, Eddie?
I do. I'm still up there. I'm still not wavering, but he has certainly dropped a little bit. Just because again, I do bake in a little bit of market value with these ranks. Kind of what. It's
a weird little Abdul Carter hovering around 70% of the snaps week 2 through week 6, but then 64, 86, down to 59% this last week. Only 1 tackle, 1 fumble recovery this last week. So
that team also is a mess right now. I'm hearing a lot of stories about the locker room, just a lot of dysfunction right now. So
same. Kayvon's in the way. You got Brian Burns playing obviously great football. Kayvon's playing 70% of snaps. Kayvon's pretty quiet so far this year. First couple weeks played well, hasn't really done anything since then.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get rid of him.
For sure. Well, Addy, this has been the Week 9 recap. We have we've just jumped through an hour, so it's been good. Hope all your IDP teams are doing great. I'm struggling. Travis Hunter's out. Ernest Jones is out. I'm not doing good, Addy.
Yeah.
Not doing good.
I
struggling.
Hang in there,
Yeah.
Things can turn around quickly. You just keep
kind of bummed more than anything.
Yeah, the Travis Hunter stuff is a major bummer.
I was rubbing the hand gif.
I know.
Excited just to watch Travis Hunter play ball.
We was about to do a lot of victory lap.
We were. Those people we were just talking down about.
It was our time.
It was. Second half was going to be me and Adam's time.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for joining the IDP show. We don't know where Josh is. Hopefully he'll be back next week. Maybe he won't be back next week. You never know.
Never know.
It's a crazy world.
Never know.
Thanks for joining us, though. Make sure to go to the IDPshow.com. Do all the things. Get in the articles. Sub all the guys. Sub the site.
Like all the tweets. Retweet all the tweets.
Get all the alerts. Do all the things.
Sure. Hit all the bells.
Help us out. We love bells. Christmas season's coming.
Yes, sir.
Spooky season's over. From Bobby, from Adam, this has been the IDP show. And let's go out with a little Landman. Birdman.
Hell yeah, Landman.
Thank you, Rhodey. It's been a good night, buddy. All right. This has been the IDP show. See y'all in week 10.
It's the